Good evening, people. This is the Bryan Christian Church Wednesday night Bible study. It's 8 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get started. Hey, did you have a good New Year's? Boy, I did. I had a good time. Didn't do anything. And that was great. That's what I wanted to do. How about this upcoming 2024? What do you think? Election year, huh? What do you think about that? A little more arson, a little more riots, a little more emergency room, a little more vandalism, maybe some more peaceful protesting. I think we'll be okay. It might happen. We'll see. It's going to be an exciting year. Something's going to happen. Maybe got to just go ahead and send the sun back and we'll get on out of here. Last Wednesday, the last Wednesday of 2023, I started a new parable. Let's go to Matthew chapter 13, or the parable of the sower sowing seed in the soil. SSS. Sowing the seed in the soil. Matthew 13. And so what I kind of accomplished last week, there's 4 different soil types. And what we got to do, let's go over our definitions first. A parable tells a story, but there's a spiritual metaphor behind it. So we found out that the seed that is being sown is the Word of God. How do we know that? Well, Jesus gave the answer. He said in Luke 8:11. That's another place you can find this parable, is in Luke 8. But it says, now the parable is this. They asked him, what's the parable mean, Jesus? Well, the parable is this. The seed is the Word of God. So there it is. The seed is the Word of God. The soil is the heart condition that is that the seed is trying to penetrate into. We have all kinds of different heart conditions out there, hard, shallow, and so on. We'll talk about that in just a second. And then, of course, the sower in this parable would be Jesus Christ. But after he's gone, he expects us to be the sower of the Word of God into people's hearts. And that could be a preacher, a Sunday school teacher, a missionary, or you, or me, whatever. He wants people to sow the seed. So we talked about that last week. Now, the first of the 4 soils was the wayside soil. That's the one we got done last week. This is going to be a 4-week parable lesson here. We talked about the wayside soil. There's also, today we're going to talk about the stony soil. Next week will be the thorny soil, and then probably the good soil. Now, each one of these soils, we're going to talk about the 4 classes that the soils are. We're going to talk about the condition of the soil, which would be what? The heart, condition of the heart, and the character of the response. Why the heart condition in that person would respond like this to the seed being. So I blinked off for a little bit. I think mine have some problems with weather and things like that. Anyway, let's talk about the condition of the soil from last week. It was called the wayside soil. It landed on the soil. Sower was throwing out their seed, and it was landing on hard path that people walk on. People would cut through people's fields and make a path, and the seed got on there, and it would couldn't get down and penetrate into the ground because the ground was too hard. And so the response was this: the seed was turned aside. And how it was turned aside, how can we relate that to being spiritual? Some folks just have an unreasoning heart. No matter what you tell them, they just, no, I don't want to listen to it. I don't care. I don't want to listen to it. Then you have the undiscerning heart. People just, it's something spiritual. They just don't understand.